Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
Yes. Welcome to quarterfinals of debate session. So I want to congratulate.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate each and everyone. You all reached quarterfinals.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So myself, Midhu Suresh, one of the faculty of National Child Development Council, NCDC. NCDC always provides great opportunities to students to develop their skills, talents, knowledge, confidence, etc. So this debate is also the part of it. Here we have two teams, that is Team A and Team B. So Team A is 52nd batch of NCDC from Smita ma'am, and Team B is 44th batch of NCDC from Lekha ma'am. So first, let me introduce the team members. The first participant of Team A, let me welcome Sri Lakshmi, a very talented mother of two angels and currently settled in Mumbai.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Welcome, Sri Lakshmi ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes. So our second participant of Team A is Salima Abdul Jabbar, the perfectionist of the batch 52nd. So welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So the last and final participant of Team A is Anjali Prem, a very hardworking person, constant learner, and engineering graduate, and currently living in Saudi Arabia. So welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So next, shall we move to Team B? Yes. The first participant is Lilu S, an all-in-all of 44th batch, a dancer,
Thank you,
singer,
ma'am.
and much more. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Participant of Team B is Jayalakshmi, ma'am, Commander-in-Chief of the batch 44th. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much. It is a very big pleasure to hear this word from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. All goes to Lekha, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, our final participant of Team B is a very dedicated and obedient, hardworking student. So welcome, Hasina, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes. So once again, a warm welcome to Team A and Team B.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So I think all are very eager to know the topic, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any idea? Any guess? So shall I reveal the topic?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Should euthanasia being legalized? So once again, should euthanasia being legalized? Cleared?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The Team A is supporting the topic and the Team B is against the topic.
Okay.
Any doubt?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
No doubt, ma'am.
No. Okay. So we shall move to the rounds. There are 4 rounds. That is, first round is opening round, and second round is argument round, and the third round is moderator's question, and the fourth round is conclusion.
Okay.
So in each round, everyone will be getting a chance to speak out. Okay. Except the last round, conclusion round, one person have to come forward from each group and the time allotted is for the first round 2 minutes, the second round 2 minutes, and the third round is moderator's question round. Only 1 minute is there. Okay. And for the fourth, you can take 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. So shall we start?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So let me invite the first participant of Team A, that is Sri Lakshmi ma'am, for the first round. Welcome,
Yes,
Sri.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mithu ma'am, for inviting me to this wonderful debate competition. And yes, I wish to stick on my points, view on leading euthanasia with all due respect on the legal policies and the law in Netherlands, Canada, and Belgium, and all. Euthanasia, it is not, it should, because people have their own right to self-determination. So because they have their own right to choose their life and where they have to live and where they have to die or something. It is not other or family or friends, their relatives point. We have to that particular person have to decide their self-determination, and it is not the decision of a doctor and means it's a relative or something. It's completely up to that patient or that person. And also somebody is after choosing this euthanasia, the family getting depressed or they feel some guilty when after they are choosing. So first of all, we have to know about their family, and we have some self-respect or something. And in that form cannot be allowed or legalized because the probability of this misuse. We can say if we have any legal, if we have any legal, can you hear me? Is it any disturbance coming?
Yes, disturbance are there, ma'am.
Disturbance.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. You can continue, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
So if we have if it's not legalized, so we can say about it should be misuse somebody, because if land theft, if we want our money theft or something, we can say about yes, maybe it should be misused. And also we can say in Netherlands they have a 3 or more cases. They legally investigation started. Right, then also when we go into the religious part, some religious, they are not willing to ready for this euthanasia and suicide. We can say about this is 100% killing someone, or if it is 100% we kill someone without his decision, without his agree.
Yes, ma'am. You can conclude.
Sorry, ma'am.
You can conclude, ma'am.
Yes, so it should be, from my points, it should be this euthanasia. And also India is not at all ready, or it's an offense when we are choosing this euthanasia. And when my point, it should be legalized. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Sri Lakshmi, ma'am. So next, I would like to invite Team B. The first participant is Lilu S. Kumar. Welcome, Lilu, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me. So I would like to start my debate topic with a saying, a famous saying: "Where there is life, there is hope." So if we don't have any life, we don't have any hope. So we are not good. The doctors, nurses, they are supporting us. They are helping us to become a better life, better health only. We are not the ultimate goal to take the specific decision to disrespect someone's life. I would say that euthanasia is a disrespect to someone's life. We are not to take God to take someone's life away. There are so many reported miracles happened in the medical science. Even after years of coma, some patients come back to their life. So we need to wait for that. We are not going to take such a hard decision for someone's life. And there are, if we are legalizing this, the main demerit is it will misuse. It is a disrespect for life. And the medical field will become freeze. They will not go for further research. They will, the medical field will not grow if we are legalizing this. So if we want to grow our medical field, the research and everything, we need to give them the space. We need to give them the time to research and identify or invent new medicines, new treatments. So instead of that, if you are giving legalizing to euthanasia, the people will not work, especially the people in medical field will not work further for the better growth of society, for the betterment of health. And according to the all religion, we humans are not supposed to take someone's life. It is against each and every religion.
Yes,
So we are in a certain, under a certain religions, we have some cultures. We are not, I'm again telling that we are not gods to take someone's life.
Yes.
If there is a life, there's a hope. We need to lead our life with a certain hope. We need that time. Maybe some patients are
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. You can conclude.
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I would like to conclude my sentence like this. We are not gods. Where there is a life, there is a hope. We need to wait for that. Then only we will have that growth. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Lilu, ma'am. So next, I would like to invite Team A. The second participant is Salima, ma'am. So welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, I would like to say that euthanasia is a practice of intentionally ending life to relieve pain and suffering. We should firstly note the pain and suffering. Since the patient or a person is suffering from pain and he is not personally suffering, that is why we are doing this euthanasia. And that is why I believe that it should be legalized, because we don't want to see anybody in pain and we don't want to see them suffering. So I think that is why I think it should be legalized. And the other points are, each person is having their own dignity. So when they are having their life, when they are not able, when they are suffering, when they are in pain, their dignity, they should be able to take a decision themselves. So it is their right, it is their life, it is that person who is suffering. We cannot match to them. So it is that person's right to go under this process or not. So I think it is a personal choice. And we also know that the medical field has become expensive. Everybody is not able to pay all the fees. So I think there is expense in if that person is suffering from coma or any disease, keeping them alive through mission, it is very expensive, because we have to use medicines every day, every now and then we have to be using medicine. So it is expensive, it is costly. And another thing is, we can save that resource. If we are using it to somebody who is going to die, we are sure we can use that resource to somebody who can be saved. That resource can be used in another way, in a positive manner. Why waste on somebody who is going to die? You can use it to save somebody's life if we can save that person. So that is more important, right? And one more thing is family and friends, they have to see this person, see this human being suffering. So why give pain to everybody around? Why give pain to everybody who is seeing, the friends, the family? Everybody is seeing that person suffer because of this pain.
Okay, ma'am, you can conclude.
Yes, so I think to better control the pain spreading over, it is better to just mercifully let that person go away. That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Salima, ma'am. Sorry, that actually the time is only for 2 minutes. Okay, for all the participants.
Sorry.
Okay, so the next participant of Team B is, I welcome Jayalakshmi, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so today we are discussing about euthanasia. As my team met first, she said some of the reasons not to give power. It gives overpower to the doctors, and it gives unnecessary invite for the relatives to poke nose inside others' matter if it has become legal. Okay, they will come and say they are giving so much of opinions to the suffering people. They'll come and say, oh my God, you're suffering this much. Why don't you do this, that? Why brainwash? Why we give the opportunity to other people to decide our life? Mostly the person who is suffering the pain will not take the decision of getting euthanasia. It is the other person's voluntarily poking the noses around inside other people business. So that is one main reason I see in this, the disadvantage of making it illegal. So when the person is really suffering, they don't know what they're doing. They will sign the legal paper that might cause different problems. There might be clashes for property. There might be clashes for hatred. All this will be getting mingled together, and it will take away a pure life. Every life is worth of something. We are preparing the patients, we are preparing the family while if you are diagnosed with cancer, the family starts preparing for the worst. So we can't take away that with a single shot. You can't take away that kind of thing from the patient, that kind of thing from the family. It is not worth it. The God has given this pain and suffering to prove us. So why we need to take such a harsh decision and force others to it? Most of the cases we have come through is not a voluntary cases, it is an involuntary euthanasia. So why God has given this life for us to fulfill it, not to shorten it. If you go for some some house with distress, they will say, I will be taking care of you. If you are sick also, I will be taking care of you. All that love, all the care they pour on the sick people, it is not worth it. That one legal shot is not worth it. So I am really against this euthanasia being legalized, because it might take precious life away from the loved ones very easily, very unprepared. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you, Jayalakshmi ma'am. So next, I would like to welcome Team A, Anjali ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Mithu ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. So first, let me say euthanasia. The meaning of euthanasia itself says eu means good and thanatos means death. That is good death. The word itself, it says it is a good death. And a person who is suffering a lot of pain, and if a person doesn't want a life, then why he has to lead a life that he doesn't want? It is same as those who wants a life and we are forcing them to death. It is same. So what is the point? We have to allow the person. Allow the person who wants to die. If we are forcing them to keep them, then definitely they will end up in some other issues. They will end up in depression. A person who is already suffering and he doesn't, we are not allowing him to die, then he will end up in some other issues, and he will face a lot of problems. That is, he will face a lot of mental issues in his life throughout. And let me say, there are a lot of incidents. That is, if I have read an incident where a child had an accident and he was hospitalized, and the parents, seeing him suffer, had spent a lot of money in his medical expenses, and finally the child died. If the euthanasia was legalized, then the parents at least had a hope that they did not want their child seeing suffer. So the parents had a hope. Finally the child died and the parents' hope is also lost, money is also gone. So what is the point then? There is a case, that is Aruna Shabag case, and she was a nurse, and she was sexually assaulted and hanged like a dog by the sweeper of the hospital. And she was without getting oxygen to her brain, she fell into coma, and she was in that state for 48 years. So seeing that suffer, finally Supreme Court made passive euthanasia legal. So
Okay,
still active euthanasia is not legal. Yes, so from my point, let me conclude that euthanasia should be legalized. For those who want to die, let them die. And those who want to live their lives, let them live. Why we are forcing a person to live? Yes, thank you.
Yes. So thank you, Anjali ma'am. So next, I will final participant of this round from Team B, Hasina ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for inviting me for this session. In my point that this euthanasia should not legalized. Because if we are legalizing it, then what is the value of life? There is no value, isn't it? Everyone can do whatever. The doctors can kill a person if he doesn't like, or I can't bear this person's pain and all. Then they will kill. Then the family also, if family persons don't like that person also, if they don't want to look after that person also, they tell the doctors that, okay, you kill, no problem. So what is the value of life? A person, when he is given birth itself, in his head it's written when he had to die also. So we should not encourage this euthanasia. We should not legalize this because the powers will be in the hands of the doctors. In the doctors and the family members, they can do whatever they want. Then also, as our one of our members in our said, this Lilu ma'am said that then human beings, then God has no power. Human beings can do whatever they want, isn't it? So this should not be legalized. It is, I am against this. That what we have to do is we should not allow the person to live as much he can live. That should be our motto. We should not kill as a person is bearing so much pain, if he is in bed and all. It's not our right to kill anyone, and the doctors not to kill anyone. Then our society and social life will not be having any value also. That is also one point. We are living in a society, isn't it? We are mingling with so many people. We are following so many cultures like that. We are following so many things. Then this will not be, these all things will not be having no value in our life. If we are doing whatever we want to do, then what is the value? No value is there. So euthanasia is should not be legalized. Then there are so many treatments are there for a person to live as long he wants to live. So if we are not giving that opportunity to the person, then we are getting the punishment. So in my point, I am concluding by this, that if a person is given birth, he will have the right to live as long as he wants to live. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Hasina ma'am, and all the members. So we have successfully completed the first round. So we can move to our next round, that is argument round. So here, as usual, you can argue this round. So first, let me welcome Sri Lakshmi ma'am from Team A.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I can say about Hasina ma'am point. She is telling there is no value in this euthanasia and powers. Because if somebody is sick, there is no power about the doctor, because for this mercy killing or euthanasia, right? Sorry. So there is no power of doctor. It's all about God, from the God hand. I can say about if some accident, we know that the accident cases and all. So if that person is in ventilator in a long 1 week or 2 weeks or something, the family and the doctor, they knows. The doctor, sometimes doctors should know at what time they will die, that person will die, and we can say about the brain death and all. We can say we don't have any faith in that, right? So that time the doctor will say to the family, yes, we have the situation, so we have to do something like that. But because there is no use of because that person is in that ventilator for a long time. The family also, they will depressed or they feel some emotions and all, right? So sometimes the doctor will understand the patient situation, and they can give a particular what we can do like this, or then we can we can save our family members or our relatives or something, their emotions sometimes.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you, Sri Lakshmi, ma'am. So next I would like to invite Team B, Leelu, ma'am, to speak.
Yes.
Team A.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. My friend Sri Lakshmi ma'am told that means someone, if we can save some mother's life, it is good. But let me say you something. It can be misused. It can be abused. These things can be abused mostly, because if we need to give them that space, we need to give them that space for the treatment. We know that miracles will happen anytime. We don't know what second that will going to happen. But if we want to transfer some organs to other person for the to save the life, let it be. When it at the end of when the person dies, you can take it. You can up to some hours the organs will work. If it doesn't damage after the death also, the organs will work for some more hours. Then you can take at that hour. There is no need to kill someone that have life, and taking organs not legalized. It is actually called murder. And if one of my friend told that from the other batch, if someone having that much pain, we are giving that relief by legalizing this. Actually, we are giving permission for the suicide. It is also illegal. Suiciding is illegal. This is another kind of suiciding. It is illegal. It can be misused. It can be mislead. It can be weaken the patient. So if and one of my friends told that the family stress, the family members, the stress that getting on family members. Family members, relatives, friends, if they are good, they need to support the patient. They need to give that courage to the patient. So as we all know, everything, physical things can be cured if your mental health is good. So the family members need to support them to give the good mental health. Then they can get rid from this. Thank you so much.
How many times we have to wait? How many years we have to wait?
Even after the brain death also, yes, ma'am. Even after the brain death also, the heart, kidney will
financially backward.
There are organs will work for some more hours, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
it's financially
then you can
they
take
don't
them
have
back.
that much money. Then how can they wait for long? How can they?
We are not good. We don't know the next second what will happen. The miracle can happen. Miracle can happen even after the years of the ventilation.
It's maybe in 1 lakh person. Only that much we can say about the miracle.
We don't know that the person is, as you said, we don't know that the person next to ours belong to this one-to-one. We don't know that. We are not supposed to predict that.
Okay, thank you.
How we can say about how we can wait. The doctor also telling. Is it audible?
Yeah, if brain death has happened, then you can control. If brain death has happened, then there will be no. Coma is not a condition of brain death. It is not a condition of brain death. If brain death has happened, then you can tell that the person is dead. Then you can take other organs. Then there is no problem. Even after the brain death also, the organs will have that life for some hours.
Okay, thank you, Leelu, ma'am. Thank you,
Yes,
Sri Lakshmi.
thank you so much.
So let me invite the next participant of Team A, that is Salima, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So they said that everybody can misuse it, but now also we are confidently going to doctor when we are having any disease or anything. No, they can give wrong medicine if they are not doing their job properly. Then how can you trust anybody? Everything is having both positive and negative sides. So how can you say that, relatives, maybe misusing, doctors will misuse. If you don't like that patient, you will kill that patient. It is not true. Doctors don't kill anybody purposefully. If they can be cured, they will be cured. If doctors say that it cannot be cured, the person is suffering, that is why we are using this thing called this sorry, I don't get the word. Yes. So that is why we are using it. Not because we hate that person or we want that, this thing, that thing, everything. No, not because of that. If that person is suffering, if we cannot cure that person, if there is no hope, then we are using this. And that is why we are saying that it should be legalized. Not to give somebody else power, not to kill the person we don't like, not for that. You have got it completely wrong. Okay, and some of you said about religion. We are not talking about religion here. We are talking about science here. The medicine is science. If you are believing in God, that God will cure everything, everything is in the hands of God, then why go to doctor? No, you can sit home and pray. But we should do our part. That is why we are going to doctor. No, we are taking medicine. No, so that is why I think I don't agree to that point, ma'am.
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Salima, ma'am. So next, I would like to invite me. So that is Jayalakshmi, ma'am, to speak again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I was not able to control myself for this long. I'm hearing the arguments.
Yes, start.
So correctly to correct Salima, ma'am, please learn the word euthanasia before asking for legalizing it. Okay. Pronunciation, I'm saying. Correctly learn the pronunciation to say before legalizing it. It is the other name for mercy killing, nothing else. Killing, mercy killing.
Yes.
So it is not okay to kill a person. Okay. As I said, I did a little research. Okay, but you are reading this mercy killing and everything. I did a research. Most of the percentage that came back is it was fully involuntary euthanasia. The research that I did came back as the patient didn't want it. Only the relatives wanted it. To give palliative care, they neglected the palliative care and they wanted to kill the people. Most of the houses we see grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers now. If you legalize it, there will be no grandmothers, no grandfathers, no great-great-grandfathers. It is very easy to end a person's life who gave life to us. It is not that it is a care we are giving them. We are relieving them from pain. Pain differs with every person. I can take a lot of pain. We are all mothers, right? We are all mothers. Giving birth to a child is a hell a lot of pain, we will say. If we can bear that pain, what else can kill us? Why we have to take this lethal? No. Why do we have to give a lethal injection? Anjali ma'am talked about a boy's condition accident. The parent has gone through a hell a lot of work to save that boy. It is not that they are depressed. They wanted to save the life that they gave birth to. It is not easy to let go of a baby, or it is not, whatever the age might be. I am 35 years, still I am a baby for my mother, my father. They won't let me go. If I am in coma also, they won't let me go. That is the love, original, pure love they give for us. So I stand by the point that it should not be lethalized. It can be a lethal weapon to others, not to the family, relatives, I'm saying.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, Jayalakshmi, ma'am. So next, let me invite Anjali, ma'am, from Team A.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And let me say what Jaya ma'am said first. So if a person is going through hell a lot of pain for a long period, then do you want that person to live like that for how much ever he goes? No, definitely not. Definitely
ma'am.
not.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
no, no,
Yes,
no,
yes.
no, definitely not.
Bear
No,
the pain.
no,
When the
No,
person
you
is
said
no.
ready
If
to
about
the
bear
giving
person is
birth.
going through
Giving
pain,
birth is
and if
more
you
like
want,
half an
if
hour
you
or
are
1 hour
seeing, yes,
pain you will be suffering, not your
yes,
whole day.
not for the
Yes,
whole
that is
1 year or
yeah.
2 year
I
or
am
10
not
years.
talking
If the
about the
person is
time.
going
I
through a
am not
pain for a
talking about
long
the
period,
time.
we mothers are having the pain for maybe 1 day or maybe few days.
2 days.
But
Yes.
a person that is having that is have want euthanasia or have fallen into that kind of stage is facing a lot of pain and suffering, and he is going through hell daily, and you want that person to live like that for long years. And if that parent, let me make it clear once again, if that parent had an option, definitely they would
No,
rethink.
they will
Yes,
not.
yes,
No.
yes, definitely they will
No.
rethink on it.
Will
Why?
you
Because
rethink, ma'am?
no, yes, why? Because
Let's think.
no, why? Because seeing their child
they
suffer
would
for
have
1 or 2 or
had
10 years
options.
is making them hell. Yes, it is making them hell as well.
They would
And
have
let me
had
say a
options.
point
No,
of
ma'am.
Lilu ma'am.
What
Yes,
you
let me say a point of Lilu ma'am. She said that legalizing this euthanasia can make it the people can misuse it. See, legalizing means we are going through a proper channel and not simply killing a person just for the sake of something. Even in passive euthanasia, the doctors should take that, it is a must, should take the permission of their parents or whomever has a right to decide on that person's life. It is not that they are just killing them off. They are taking permission for active euthanasia
If you are
itself. Also,
giving
they
if
have
you are
to take
legalizing
permission.
it, it goes into
No.
the documents, and according to the documents, the doctors will not the doctors, the other relatives will take and misuse it. That is what is our
No, they are not
argument is.
misusing it. Let
Okay.
me make it
That's
clear
what
again.
we
They are
mean
not
about
going to
cases
misuse
misusing.
it.
also
We
Why?
abroad.
Because
misuse everything.
they are not
Everything can be
misusing it.
Not
misused.
at all.
Not only
No,
this.
they are not
Yes, thank
misusing
you.
it.
Thank you, everyone.
We are seeing
Everything can
many
be
cases.
And where there is,
That's
Lilu
what
ma'am
we are
said, where
saying.
there
It
is a
should
life,
be
there is a
legalized.
hope. Yes,
See,
Lilu ma'am said,
while
where there is a
donating
life,
Thank you,
there is a
everyone.
hope.
itself, we are
Next.
seeing
Every
so much
life has a hope, and the person who is living a life should have a quality of life.
Essentially,
He is
ma'am, you
not
can
the one
conclude.
who should lead a life like that, just for the sake of living. He should have a
Yes.
quality life, and he should be in a good condition to live the life. Just by suffering and having, yes, that's it.
Yes, please
Thank
conclude.
you.
Yes. So next, I welcome Team B, Hasina ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. What ma'am said is definitely wrong, ma'am. Everyone is having pain. They have the right to live as much long as they can. That is very wrong, ma'am. What you said is very wrong. That each one have the
No, ma'am, I don't agree. Sorry.
No, they don't have they have the life. We also I in my case, in the case of my father, he already died. He passed away last year. Then doctor said he was in a serious condition. Doctor said please take him to the ventilator, but we don't allow him because it is their business. It is their business. They need more income. They want more money. So he was in a pathetic condition. He can't move. He can't walk like that. He can go to bathroom like that, fully bedded. But what we didn't allow them to take to the ventilator because he is having life. Till what life he have, let him live. After 15 days, without putting him to the ventilator, he died after 15 days. So whatever we have given, what life we has given, we have to give permission to that person to live as long as he can. So it is not our duty to kill this euthanasia and all. It is not our right. What you said is very wrong, ma'am. There are
Yes,
so many
thank you.
palliative cares and all, ma'am. Palliative cares and all to look after these persons. If our family members can't look after, there are so many options are there, ma'am. We can
Hasina ma'am,
do
it's
it.
not like we are killing someone. It's not like that. Only the doctor,
It is
they
mercy
will
killing.
Ma'am,
Yes, definitely, ma'am. Taking someone's life
And mercy killing
is
is
killing only.
they are taking
Yes, yes,
permission.
thank you,
They are
everyone.
not
Thank you, thank you.
killing the person. The doctors are not
Listen,
killing the person.
When
They
there
are
is a
taking permission.
situation like that,
You
only
said,
that
you
point
said,
is
ma'am,
mercy
a
killing.
person
Yes,
can't
thank
go
you,
on
everyone.
for a long
Adding-
time. for a long time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Salima ma'am, I want to correct you that I didn't tell that we don't need any treatment. We need only prayer to God. I didn't tell like that.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
meant that we are not gods to take such life.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you, team A.
Thank you
want to
very much,
correct it.
ma'am. Okay.
Yes, so we have successfully completed a second round. That's so nice. Actually, it's we can't able to stop this.
Yes.
But
Might
unfortunately,
go till the afternoon.
yes, really nice. Both the teams really great. So we can move to our next round, that is moderators question round. So in this, keep in mind only 1 minute is allowed. Okay. So my question is whether people are allowed to choose their own faith. Is it right? Whether people are allowed to choose their own fate. Is it right? Actually, we discussed. So each and everyone can share your points. Okay. First, let me invite team A, Sri Lakshmi ma'am.
Ma'am, can you call after some time? Because my
Okay,
baby
ma'am.
is. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So next, I welcome Salima ma'am from team A.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, once again, question, please.
Okay. Whether people are allowed to choose fate.
Yes.
Choosing their own fate is right or wrong. Is it right?
Yes.
That's
Yes, we know that we cannot, we cannot live a life as we planned. There are fate, taking us to different directions in life. And when it comes to mercy killing, I would like to say that we are implementing this only when that particular person is suffering or cannot handle that situation. So that time, I think that that person, that individual person can decide that, yes, I can no longer suffer this pain. So it is better I die. So that person can decide his fate for that particular reason because he is suffering. It is he who is suffering, not and when seeing him, the people around him is also suffering. And as I told, he can think that, okay, because of me, I can save the resource which I'm having and my family don't have to bear so many expenses because of me. So it is better, living like this is not an option, So it is better I take my life. So that
Yes,
time,
ma'am.
I think he can decide his fate. Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Salima ma'am, for sharing. So next, I would like to invite from B, Lilu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So, my point is we can take decisions. We can't change fate. We can't take decisions. In this track, I need to go. If this happened, okay, this has happened. So these are the ways. I can choose the way. But I am not the person that giving birth to me. I'm not responsible for my life. I'm not the one who sudden one day one miracle happened and I born. It's not like that. Someone, the ultimate power given that life. So if we are taking someone's thing, we should be protect that. We should not destroy that. So someone give this life, I should protect it up to the extent, up to that person calls me back. So if we are taking a decision of, I would like to say it's suicide. It is illegal. We are not a person because we didn't create this life. Someone given, it's someone's gift. Protect that, and we need to go with up to an extent, up to the extent that we can.
Okay, ma'am.
So yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, Lilu ma'am. Thank you very much for your points. So next, I would like to welcome Team A, Anjali ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So yes, I believe that a person has a right, because we are an individual and we have the right to choose what we have to do. It is not someone from our neighborhood that can say an opinion in our lives. No, we have the right to take decision. We have the right to say what we want and what we have to do. A person continuously suffering for so much time, and if he wants to end his life, what is the wrong in that? It is absolutely, in my opinion, it's absolutely right. Why? Because if we are allowing a person to suffer for long, then we are forcing him to live. He doesn't want that. Why we are forcing a person to live if he doesn't want, and he is continuously suffering? Why do we want? And we don't want the medical field to enhance, or we don't want the medical field to grow just because we are in the hospital, or we are suffering and they can find new medicines. It is our lives, it is not their lives, and we don't want them to live, we want us to live. So it is very necessary that a person has the right to choose his or own faith. So yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So next, I would like to invite from Team B, Jayalakshmi, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. To answer a question, we have every human being has a destiny to achieve. So without achieving, how can you take our life? Whatever that is filled in our life, whatever path that has been laid for us is called as fate. It is not that someone else is saying, so I will design my fate like that. Anjali ma'am told, no, someone neighbor is saying that person is saying, no, who is scared? We should not care about others. We have to care for ourselves, our loved ones. Who are we to decide the fate? What that has been given for us, it has a reason. Our life has a reason. Why this much suffering? We have some karmas to fulfill. So we have to fulfill the fate. I'm not talking about religion. In every book, let it be Bible, let it be Quran, let it be Bhagavad Gita, in everything it is said that life is precious and we don't have the right to commit suicide. It is a sin. It is not only a sin. Even though God has given the right to take our life, it is very, very wrong. We are putting our family, we are putting ourselves, our body into distress. So we are talking about, we had a point about brain dead. Brain dead, if you do a lethal injection, how will you donate the organ? How will you donate the organ? Who will be benefited? If it is brain dead, so many people are getting benefited. So all these things will not happen if you lethalize the weapon, and our fate is not in our hand. It is the positive energy that has created. So we don't have the right.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Jayalakshmi, ma'am. Thank you very much. So next is Hasina, ma'am, from Team B.
Yes, ma'am. We are not allowed to choose our own fate, ma'am. What Jayalakshmi ma'am said is very true. That half God, and it is one proverb is there: half God and half human. We have to decide what we have to do. But if any fate comes in it, it is fate only. Though we can't do anything. If we are planning to suicide, if we can't live for a long time, if we are planning to suicide, then it's not good. We have to live. We can't go and decide our own decision and all. God has given us a precious life, so we have to go with that life. We don't choose anything immediately. What we have to do, and it is according to the God's plan we are moving. So we have to, our loved one, family, everyone is there. So we have to live for them, and according to the plans of the God, we have to go. So we can't choose our own fate. It is rest to the God only. So yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Srilakshmi. Okay, Hasina, ma'am. So next, Srilakshmi.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
No, okay.
Ma'am, I can't able to open my video because I'm feeding my baby. Is it possible?
It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. You can continue.
Okay. Yes, the people are allowed to choose their own fate. That's exactly true, because we all have our own right. the people have our own right to self-determination, or we have our own right to live or die. It's not like Anjali ma'am or Salim ma'am said, it's not our relatives or some other person's means their voice. It's only our voice. We have to self-determine that we have that right, and the society has no right to kill somebody. And also, it's only if some person are sick, they can't survive more, or they can't able to survive that pain or something. They have that right, because I can't able to move on. Then why we are waiting for a long time? Why we are suffering our relatives too? It's not possible, and it's not like a what we can say. It's not at all. We are giving in our relations. We can't give a more pressure to our family members or something, because if some person is not in hospitalized or something, the family all they are supported, but the long time, because if Jayalakshmi ma'am said if it is ventilator or something, we can't able to take more for 1 year or 2 year or 3 year. We can't able to wait. Or if that person also they are because they are
Yes, ma'am, you can conclude.
gaining lot of pain. Sorry, ma'am.
You can conclude.
Hello, it's audible.
Yes, ma'am, you can conclude.
Sorry, ma'am.
You can conclude now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So we all have our own right or our own way to choose our life.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you, Team A and Team B. So we have fully completed our next round, that is moderator question round. And well done, everyone. Very good. Yes. We shall move to our last and the final round. That is, one person have to come forward. That means I will call one person and that person have to come and conclude the topic. Okay. Okay, dears. Okay, the first, from Team A, I would like to call Anjali ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
So, yes, I have to say that euthanasia has to be completely legalized. Why? Because a person that is suffering a lot of time, that is suffering for a long period of time, has a right to end his life. He doesn't want, if he doesn't want to live, then he has a right to end his life. And it is not as what Jaya ma'am or Lilio ma'am said. It is completely wrong. And they said that the medical field can grow, and if they're legalizing it, they'll misuse it. It is completely wrong, and I do not believe in all those things. There are points that what I need to say is, a person doesn't want to live. That is a point. If a person doesn't want to live, then he doesn't want to live. That's it. And why they have to suffer for a long period of time, and a quality of life they are missing, and the dignity, that is a person who is suffering, doesn't have a dignity. They are losing their dignity and they are suffering a lot, and they are mentally weak, they are physically weak. And if they want to end their life, then definitely we have to give an option to do that, and it should be legalized through proper channel, through proper authorities. It should be made legal, and
Yes.
a person has every it is their wish, that is, it is their decision that they want to live or not. It
Yes,
is
ma'am.
not anybody else's wish, or it is not like whatever we take from others' opinion, we can make that our lives. No, it is not like that. What
Yes,
the
ma'am, you can
other team
conclude.
said is completely, I disagree with them. And I have to say that if a person is laying in the state, that is, if a person is completely in a in a vegetative state, or if a person is having a lot of mental and physical illness, a physical trauma, then we are forcing him to live. We are forcing, just for the sake of our relatives, for a family, we are forcing the person to live a long miserable life. It is
Yes,
not
Anjali
what
ma'am, you
the
can,
person
you
wants.
can,
Yes.
you can conclude now. Okay.
Yes.
So
Thank you, ma'am.
from the next team, from team B, I think Jaya ma'am have to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes, I have to say
just
something. I
invite
have to
us.
say many things, but to conclude the debate, I would like to say that if you are legalizing euthanasia, it is the society's respect we have for the disabled people will be damaged. So it is a person's wish we are all talking about, but it is not that the sick people is wishing for. It is the people around the sick people is wishing for. So if you treat the person with dignity, why would the person will feel that he doesn't have any dignity? So treat the person who is suffering with love and care. They will not feel that difference. Why do we have to put them to that emotional distress when they are sick? When they're already sick and they're going through a lot of pain, you're saying, right? So why do you have to put that emotional pressure on them? Bringing this option to them itself is the first main wrong point. They are always already scared to death. What will happen to them? They are going to the treatments. They are taking medicine for what? They want to live. They want to live a quality, healthy life. Who are we to give this option as a lethal injection? You can finish your life. This is so easy. So you are giving this lethal way. This is not right. This is not right. So I stand by my team's point that it should not be legalized, and wasting of source. It is not a wasting of resources. Someone said that it is a resource waste. Why to waste on the sick person when we can save other person? Why? It is not our resource. It is the gift of nature, the resource we are using. What is there to waste on anyone? It's not a waste of time. It is not waste of resource to give the person the care that they need. It is the humanity we are talking about. Legalizing this will put the humanity down, and we will become like our ancestors who didn't have care for life, care for humanity. So I stand by my point, and not to legalize this euthanasia is the verdict I think you will give us in this debate. Thank you so much for the opportunity also.
Thank you, my dear students. So we have successfully completed all the rounds. So feeling very happy, right? Feeling really
yes, ma'am.
Yes, definitely.
yes, really a wonderful session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Thank you
hope
so much.
everyone enjoyed. So the results of this quarterfinal will be announcing soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
thank you so much.
shall we wind up?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Yes.